Economic Community of West African States female parliamentarians has elected Honorable WOROYE SARRI from Senegal as its president. SARRI was unanimously elected as the president of the association following her contribution and commitment towards protecting the rights of the most vulnerable in the ECOWAS region. The election, which took place at the ECOWAS Parliament's 2021 second ordinary session in Nigeria's capital, is strategic in its kind as the outgoing bureau, led by Honorable FILOMENA, bows out. It has been challenging over the years by the ECOWAS Parliament's female caucus, especially in budget allocation. This can also be attributed to the low representation of women in the ECOWAS region due to a lack of finance and sensitization. However, the narrative seemed to be repositioning within the shortest period the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament assumes office, having approved budget for the Ecofepa to boost engagement and commitment of women in the region. Addressing journalists shortly after the election, the Nigerian member of the parliamentarian, Senator OLUJIMI CHRISTIANA, who assumed as the first vice president of the Ecofepa, said with the budget put in place, the association will work effectively to achieve at least 35 to 40% affirmative action on women representation across the national parliament in order to affect the developmental change that is
giving us an amount from the budget for 2022. You have been able to put into concrete action, Mr. Speaker, because behind every great man there is a great woman. We, women in the world, we are mothers, we are the ones that educate our children. We deserve specific support for things to work well in the society. Thank you to the authorities in Parliament.
Sensitize people, talk to them, convince them that 50% of the population must be brought onto the table to contribute effectively to development. And that is what we're preaching across West Africa. And we're going to get people from Senegal, from Guinea-Bissau to follow us and tell the people their story. We're going to work together to see how we can bring legislation to the Parliament so that the Commission can speak on our behalf to all heads of states so that female genital mutilation can be abolished and child marriage most especially.
Also speaking on the intended strategies towards driving the dreams and aspirations of the Bureau, Senator OLUJIMI revealed that there are plans to initiate a document that will bind all the states on the number of female representation in the Parliament so as to enhance participation, noting that their aim is to correct the missing links going forward.
We have never had a clear-cut arrangement on how many women should be brought by each country. But we will sit down, we will have a document that will be binding on all the states so that we can bring in at least 30% or 40% of women into the ECOWAS Parliament.
Earlier, the outgoing president, Honorable FILOMENA, congratulated the Bureau and charged them to work collectively to ensure adequate representation of women and be the voice of the voiceless in the area of child marriage, violence against women, and other critical entanglements.
Our mission is quite important because we are the voice of so many women that cannot speak. They don't have the appropriate conditions to speak wherever they are. So this is our obligation to defend them, to fight against child marriage, the obligation to fight against gender-based violence, to fight against female genital mutilation, and also we have to fight so the women have access to property and the parity law in politics. So we have a big responsibility to support all the women in sub-region.
The new bureau is Honorable WOROYE SARRI, Senegal President, Senator OLUJIMI CHRISTIANA, Nigeria, First Vice President, Gabriela Fernandez, Guinea-Bissau, Second Vice President, Chanta Fani, Secretary General, and Laide Ayemba, Ghana, as Treasurer. Vincent Okushi, QTV News.
Dear Jungle.